Coming along.
Almost. Happy May the 4th with everyone.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes. Welcome. We are back. I know I'm wearing my Star Wars get up too. Yeah.
Yes.
It's already just too cold and it was already raining on my way over here.
Was it?
Yeah, a little bit. I can't believe this crazy California bipolar ass weather we have right now.
So you came over from Paso, right?
Yes, sir.
So was it raining over there?
Yeah, like right when I was leaving, it was already like sprinkling. So,
okay, Ray. Question: Did you see Michael Jackson yet?
No, I haven't. I am planning to go see it on Friday though. I haven't had a chance. I am going to go see it on Friday.
Devil Wears Prada 2?
Maybe. I do.
Right.
I mean, I do love Anne Hathaway.
So do I.
I don't know if that might be a double hitter for me. A double feature night for me.
Okay, so when you go to the movies and you do a double feature, do you pay for the second movie, Ray, or do you walk out of one and into another?
You're asking too many questions, Randy.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, look, the movie's starting. I better go in there right now.
You want to know the last time I did a double feature? I did a double feature by myself. This was like one of those days where It's like one of those days where I was just like, I had nothing to do that day, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go watch a couple movies. So I went to the Regal here on Main, and I went to go see Bumblebee, right? Transformers, Bumblebee.
Transformers.
And then I went and had lunch at Burger King over on Mooney Boulevard. And then I went to the other Regal, the one that's over at the Sequoia Mall.
It's not there anymore.
Not there anymore, but this back then I went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody over there.
Wow. I watched that on Saturday
Oh,
night.
really? Have you never seen that movie before?
Oh, I've seen it before. Yeah, numerous times. I was just like, click, 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 click. Bohemian Rhapsody. I gotta watch that again.
Yes.
Such a great movie.
That is a great movie. Same producers who made that one made Michael
Jackson,
so
yes, such a great movie.
So
But
I'm really excited.
you never did answer if you snuck in or not.
Have I ever snuck into a movie in my life?
Mm-hmm.
I probably have.
I have once.
I'm trying to remember.
Through the back door?
No.
You were already in.
I paid for one I was already in, and I'm like, I'm already here. Who would know?
I do know. I actually now I remember. It was for a Resident Evil movie. Could I get adults' permission to go see this movie?
Uh-huh.
And so I had a friend who was already of age, snuck me and a few of my friends in.
Resident Evil. I haven't seen them all. I want to. I'm not a horror movie fan anymore, but I really liked the first one.
Yeah, I think
The corporation.
it was either the
Jovovich.
first one or the second one. It was either.
She's in like all of them though, right?
Yeah.
Mila, she's in all of them. But
And-
it's psychedelic. Like I saw beginning of like the third one, and it's like it's weird how they put it together and
And
wrote
speaking of Resident Evil, they're making a new one.
Yeah.
A new one.
seriously?
Yeah, there's a new one right
It's
now.
like Halloween and Friday the 13th. There's like 14 of them.
But this
Trailer
one,
out for it.
this is
I got you
more.
out.
This one's more keen to the video game though.
The mansion.
Yeah.
This is going to go back to the mansion.
Yes.
It made it look like it was.
Is there any prequels out?
I think there's like an animated movie.
I know there's a backstory in the movies,
Yeah,
but
so-
there's no real prequel to it. Though.
No, so the first Resident Evil movies were its own side story away from the video game it was based off of. Where the one that they're making now is basically the movie version of the video game.
Yeah, I don't want those zombies. I want the Walking Dead zombies. The ones in
They're freaky. The ones in Resident Evil because they turn into monsters. They're more monsters
they
than
turn
zombies.
into monsters and they run after you, man.
Yes.
They kick your ass. They're so fast.
Yes.
No, I want the ones in the Walking Dead where they just kind of limp along.
Same thing with
Night
what
of
was
the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead,
Same
yeah.
zombies.
Thriller zombies,
Yeah.
you know, they don't run after you.
and then Will Smith they're in production of I Am Legend 2. So,
Yeah.
So that one's in there.
So have you ever heard of the movie The Omega Man?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Charlton Heston back in the day. I think a lot of directors got their ideas for all these zombie movies from
Is it a
that.
George Romero movie? Night of the Living Dead was made by George Romero.
No, I don't think so. But so Charles Heston, who was a big star back in the day, it kind of follows the same premise. Except there was like a bomb of some sort, and then the people they're kind of zombie-esque, but they just lost their mind and went crazy, and he's the only guy, and supposedly the only guy in the world that's not one of these zombie-esque people, because he worked for the government and he was a scientist, and for some reason, I think it was he was working on because everyone got sick, of course, and then he was working on some type of formula antidote to keep him alive, and when they all started coming after him, he took the shot. He tried it on himself before anybody else, but he has to get them to, they have to be at a certain point. So they have to be like right after something happened, right after they get sick. They can't be like, some of them are too far gone, in other words.
It's almost like every peak zombie movie has to have someone who's either immune or some kind of cure.
Well, yeah, there's no, otherwise there's no chaos to be had. They have to do that.
In the 80s, when I was very, very young, I used to go to a theater in San Jose called the Jose Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And they would do triple movies. So it'd be like a triple feature.
Wow.
Whoa.
For 50 cents.
Dude.
Right. So you paid your 50 cents, but it was an old, decrepit, wooden seats, communal popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
So
about that.
it's a machine, you go in and scoop it up yourself and put it in a bag?
Yep.
yes. Right. It was old. The floor was so sticky, you'd walk, and it was, and
Be like,
stadium seating. So
Yeah.
the seats are like hunched over. You say George Romero. So I went to the zombie triple feature.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right? The movie Zombie, the Italian movie Zombie, that's an island that is cursed by a shaman, a voodoo doctor, makes people come back to life. After
Right.
right? And Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
Nice.
Right? So all three. So I got through Zombie, the first one, and then I went to Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead was the black and white one.
Yep.
And then Dawn
The
of the
original.
Dead was the original colored one.
Yep.
Before the colored one, they said, hey, up at the lobby, we're going to have some special guests come in. So we're going to take a break before we finish out our triple feature today.
Okay.
This afternoon. And I was like, I'm thirsty. Let me go grab something to drink. So I go out there and scared the shit out of me. In comes through the door a bunch of zombies.
Oh.
All dressed up.
All dressed up.
Nice.
Behind them is George Romero
Yeah.
with a crowd of people.
Wow.
Yeah, he comes in. And the reason he's there, he was in town. He was going to San Francisco for some, whatever.
Premiere or something.
From something,
Ah.
right? And he made a stop because they were doing a triple feature of zombie movies, right? And he was like really cool. So he comes in, right? He walks in, and I could see him going, God, this is a shitty hellhole place. Right? Why am I here? Right? And he walks in with his zombies, and they walk down the
aisles.
right, aisles to the front row, and he's talking to everybody. And I didn't get an autograph. I could have, but I was a kid, right? He was giving autographs out.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know who he was, though. When you're a kid, you really don't know who.
Yeah.
George Romero.
Yeah, he for those who don't know, he's the godfather of zombie movies. He is the reason why in The Walking Dead they're called walkers instead of zombies, because he owns the term zombie.
Yeah.
So every time when a movie production makes a zombie movie, they have to name it either something else or they have to give George Romero a dime or something, whatever, how much.
So this was in the 80s when you saw that movie?
Yeah.
Built in 1904 at 62 South 2nd Street, the Jose Theater is the oldest theater in San Jose. Once a vaudeville and movie house known for cheap triple features, it was renovated and has operated as the San Jose Improv Comedy Club since 2002.
So it's an improv club now.
I'm thinking this is the one that Angela, it's been designated City of San Jose Historic Landmark. I'm thinking this is one that I saw Angela Johnson in, because she was supposed to be at the San Jose Improv, I thought, and she did a podcast, and she said the place was haunted.
I believe it.
Haunted.
I believe it.
I don't know. I used to go there all the time because it was 50 cent.
Dude, yeah, I'd be there too.
Yeah, 50 cent.
Triple feature?
Yeah, and you know they would show they were notorious aside from their horror movies, which they would do like 3 Godzilla movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
all these, but they were kung fu theater.
No, really?
They were the home for kung
Man.
fu theater.
Yeah.
So all the kung fu movies back to back to back, and you could just sit there and veg out. And none of my friends liked going because they didn't like giving up their afternoon. Because if you went in, you went in at 11:30,
you're there
now until
5 or 6.
You're there all day.
you're all day.
But that's great, man. I would have loved that.
For those who don't know, that was like a thing. There was a tweaker that just walked by. So
Okay.
for those who were kind of like dating ourselves, because I think, because
old theater. That's all. The message behind that.
old theater, vaudeville.
That's
It's
old-ass
because
theater.
a lot of movie theaters don't do that no more. It's always the mom and pop movie theaters that still do like double features or triple features or something like that. I still remember the one time where I think it was here at the Regal. I think there was only 2 instances that I can remember. One was they did all the Star Wars in one day. And then they did all of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I missed? I missed the Dollar Theater in Hanford.
At the Fox? Oh no, right
Hanford.
on downtown, right?
Well, it's not really downtown. The Fox is downtown. This place is it was
It only has like 4 screens though.
yeah, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like 1 through 3, 4 cinemas. You know, back in the day, they had those in the 80s. Yeah. So once they opened up the mall, I believe it was theater. Then this thing went to the theater that was there. The company moved over to the mall, and then this thing was just kind of left open. But the same company owned it. They just turned it into a dollar theater, so it was second-run movies. So it was kind of like how things go out to the theater, and after a couple of weeks they go to like Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
This way, just after a couple of weeks, they just went to this theater, and it was $1 to get in. And they had 4 movies, and popcorn was like $6.
Same thing here with the Sequoia. Same deal.
Oh yeah, same exact setup. Yeah, we used to go to Sequoias too. Yeah, when it was back there, they tore that building down.
I went
Sad.
on.
It was a sad day.
Man, dude, it's funny because when I think about that theater, I think about like date nights at that one at the mall because there was always there was food places right there.
Yep.
So that's where I would always, if I was like meeting someone here, I would always go to that one. Rather than the one on Main, just because just different food options. But if I was feeling fancy and I had extra money, yeah, I'll go to the one on Main.
Come to think of it, the Sequoia movie theater behind the old mall, supposedly that was haunted too.
Wait, was that like a forgotten project that they just decided not to do it no more?
They were gonna tear it down and rebuild it, or something,
remodel
right?
it, right?
Wasn't
Yeah.
that behind Mervin's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's behind Mervin's,
Yeah.
which is now what's the craft place? I was just there the other
Hobby
day.
Lobby.
Hobby Lobby, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which was once Mervin's.
They were supposed, because I remember that was the big talk. They were supposed to like rebuild it and make it better than the one here on Main,
Yeah.
and they just never did it.
They're doing something behind the mall right now in the old Longs. And it used to be a Longs and like the fitness places, 24-hour fitness. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
All that was closed up, and they're doing something back there.
And speaking of, since we're talking about movie theaters right now, speaking of
Go ahead.
movie theaters, do you guys know about King's Drive-In?
Yep, the
Did you-
Armona Drive-In. Yeah, King's Drive-In. They're trying to revive it again because the land's up for sale again.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Didn't we look at that last time it was up for sale? It was like $500,000. Like,
Yeah.
great, we could do it. We can figure this out.
So a couple years ago,
What's King's Driving? I'm not.
It's out in Armona.
Oh,
It's between Armona and Hanford. And if you go out, what's the road, Ray, that you go out to? If you're headed out to Armona from Hanford, and you'll come right up to it. It's on a corner. There's a 4-way stop there, and it's just an old drive-in where they closed it because everyone was switching over from analog film to digital.
Yes.
And you had to have like a $30,000, $50,000
projector. They couldn't afford the projector.
They couldn't afford the projector, so they put the land up for sale, and it's just kind of dwindled and dwindled and dwindled all through the years.
It's a lot of money.
And
Yeah.
the screen's starting to come apart.
Yeah, it's falling apart.
Yeah, so
So-
it needs some work.
The screen
So
at the Jose, not to cut you off,
yeah.
had sheets
Really?
in there. So somebody woven sheets into the
Wow.
bottom
I
of the screen.
yeah I've
Well, it must have been a big ass stage too. If it had vaudeville acts there, it must have been a big stage.
Yeah, they would. Other times that I would go there, they would have like local bands
Wow.
Yeah.
that would play down there during intermission.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the guy that used to come there all the time during the horror movies used to have his show there on Channel 2, TV2.
Bob Wilkins? Oh my God. I knew Bob Wilkins back in the
Wow.
Creature
day.
feature.
I'd watch the Creature Features.
Creature Features.
Wow.
Bob Wilkins would show up
Yeah.
with his cigar.
He was on Channel 2.
By the
Yeah.
way, did you know they're still doing Creature Features on YouTube
Yeah.
every week? You can go. It's hosted by someone else.
Yeah.
but
Well,
but-
Bob Wilkins is probably gone at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah,
or
he's-
way too
he's-
old.
Yeah, he's dead.
Me and my mom, we watched the Creature Features on YouTube every week.
Talk about free TV. He would smoke his cigar.
Yeah, he was smoking his cigar, man. That's all I remember him.
Yeah.
He had the black rim glasses.
Black rim glasses.
Yeah, and his
and a
cigar.
black jacket, and he would Creature Features with wow. That's
So-
a blast right there.
so-
but yeah, so Hanford Drive-In.
Yeah,
or
so me, a
Ramona.
couple of years ago, me and Randy we did see that it went up for sale once before, and then me and Randy came up with some ideas like, Ray, we could buy this. let's
We can figure this out.
we
Ray.
can figure this out. Let's see
We'll
how
save
we
it.
can make this happen.
Yep.
But looking into it now, like, cause I was like, all right, let me see how much they're asking for. So they're asking for like $12 million for the lot, for the space.
12 million now.
12
It was
million.
like 450. Like
Yeah.
not 3 years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're asking $12 million just for the lot, and to like actually build it back up to the way it was, it probably cost like another like 20. Like I was
But they're still trying to
300. I mean,
The Hanford
300,000
folks
maybe.
are still trying to get it together though. The Kings.
Yeah, so there's a coalition of people trying to buy it and make it like a city thing to where they could preserve it and rebuild it and see if they could get the county involved. Like it's a whole thing now that they're trying to rebuild it into
Yeah.
something. And then, but they don't know what else it can be other than a movie theater. And I would say go learn from the Sunset Drive-In over in Slow, because their drive-in movie theater is still open.
Still
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Well, it's but that's a family drive-in, so it's been in the family forever. So they own the land, they own everything. Just like Madera, the Madera Drive-In's family thing. He said the guy in Madera said it's just a love. It's kind of like radio. It's you're working for the love of it, because if I wanted to make money, there'd be apartments here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tore it down and put something else up.
Yeah, so same thing probably with that drive-in. So it's almost like you have to kind of inherit it and be in the family at this point, unless you can find an old theater that's just broke down, it's already been closed, it's fallen apart, and the land's not worth anything. Unfortunately, in Kings County, the land's worth a lot. So that's why it's going to be so expensive to replace it all. But so there's a drive-in in Ceres called the Ceres Drive-In, and they have swap meets on the weekends. They have taco truck nights on Tuesdays. They have all the way around. Instead of having a fence around it, it's all storage units, and they rent storage units there during time. So you can get instead of, like I said, it's a wall of storage units all the way around the facility. So there's no way you can get into it.
Right.
They've got barbed wire over the top of it. So I mean, you don't have to worry about homeless people trying to get
That's
in.
actually a great idea.
Yeah, and they rent those out, and they're
Or
all
zombies.
they're all
Or
like 10 by
zombies.
20s or something. Yeah, so they got those, and they do a bunch of other stuff as well.
Hey,
So
maybe-
if you can find something to do that, some way to bring all that together.
It made me sad because I do remember going to that drive-in before, because it was already like old and like messed up when I went, but people still went because
Yeah.
it was just fun.
Yeah, I remember Moody Drive-In. Moody
Yeah.
Drive-In was great too. It was huge.
Same thing with going to the
was huge.
Sunset and on Slow also.
Tulare County building is there. Tulare County Office of Education is there now on Mooney.
Man, I don't know. I feel like I'm just happy that there's a lot more people going back to the movies now, but I feel like they need to bring back double features and triple features. But I already could.
Nah,
The
not gonna
attention
happen.
span of kids nowadays, they
Does
can't.
Fresno still have the Sunnyside Drive-In?
No.
They had the swap meet there, right?
Remnants of the sunny side is still there,
Okay.
but not. They took the screen down and it's unfenced. They still have the swap meet though there, but most of it is an Amazon facility now.
Oh,
A good chunk of it.
Of course it is.
Good. Of course, it is an Amazon distribution plant. Yeah, but we went to the sunny side too when we lived in Clovis. This was in the '90s when it was still open, and then and when we lived here, we went to the Mooney, we went to King's Drive-In a couple of times, more than a couple times, but it was nice. It was a nice drive. I mean, they're all run down and old, but it's just fun to go there. And,
Yes,
and
nostalgia.
totally.
I just
I love a drive-in.
Yeah, I think the last time I went on a drive-in, I brought the El Camino. I think that was the last time I ever went to a drive-in. Was when I drove the El Camino, and it was the one over on King's Drive-In before it shut down. Because I remember it was one of those theaters too. It was one of those drive-ins that shut down during the season. So like during the rainy season, it'll be completely shut down.
Most of them do. There's some that are open, like over there on the coast. That one's open. Seems like all the time.
Yeah, they're open all year.
Madeira is seasonal though. Madeira closes
My
up.
wife used to work at the Reedley Drive-In.
Oh my
really?
God! Now that's still standing too. Okay, so but they use it as I think
Is this another swap meet place?
I don't know if they have swap meets there anymore, but the screens are still up and they're strong screens. They're like they're in good shape.
They're like
There's
cement screens?
I think 2 of them. No, they're just made solid. They're metal instead of wood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as old as the Kings.
Is that one still operating?
No. There's some trucking company that has it, and they park the trucks there. But the screens are still up, and the main office or theater part, where they had the projector room and all that, it's all there. But I think it's more office or a house or something.
Right.
But it's all open.
I keep thinking of this venue right here, Randy. We got a
Ridley.
movie theater right here that we could totally start charging people to show some movies.
We'll have to start paying some rent if we do that, Ray.
Oh
Here?
man, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still remember when they put that up and they never took it down.
Yeah.
So like,
It's
and-
there, It's better than just having a blank wall, I guess,
And don't we have a projector? Don't you have a projector around
Yeah, we
somewhere?
have projectors around.
So like,
That's what we do around here. We have projectors and things, yeah. But behind you is a big ass TV.
I know
Yeah,
that too.
he's got a big TV.
That's
But
pretty cool.
that's the conference TV.
But
that
yes,
was my thing when I was a kid. Theaters, though.
yep. Me
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time,
Yeah.
money at the theater.
Too. Yep. What was your first movie that you saw in a theater? My sister took me to see
Staying Alive.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I saw.
That was your first movie? That's the first movie that you can remember?
I was like 7 years old, dude.
Oh
And
wow.
the R-rated version.
Yes.
I'm trying
Because
to
there was nudity in that movie.
Yeah.
I wish I can say it was probably Toy Story. First movie my parents took me to.
Did Lemoore have a drive-in? They didn't have a drive-in. It was Armona that had everything.
Yeah, it was just Armona. And Lemoore didn't have a movie theater until later.
Early
so
2000s?
there's what's funny enough about the Lemoore cinemas is actually it's driven by the Coalinga cinemas. So have you heard the story? I guess story time with Ray. I have a good story time. So in Coalinga, used to have it's no longer there. Coalinga's movie theater finally shut down. So Coalinga had a movie theater that was family owned, husband and wife, and I guess they divorced sometime in the mid 2000s. I would say maybe like 2003, 2004. And the wife ended up taking half the money and she ended up using that money to help build the movie theater in Lemoore.
Oh.
And so that's kind of how that dynamic went. And I guess she remarried a guy who was actually a successful business guy. So he helped her pretty much make like the best theater, one of the best looking movie theaters in the area. Shout out Lemoore Cinemas. It's really great movie theater. But yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Better
And then
than Tachi?
no, I still think the Tachi Palace probably slums it by now. But of course, the Tachi was built afterwards.
Yeah.
Tachi's only less than 10 years old.
Yeah.
So that's a new theater.
And you can rent out the theaters, and there's a bunch of, how many, was it 10?
There's
10
like 10 screens there.
Yeah, some of them are small, and you can, like, if you're having a party, you can rent them out for, we got 20 people. They have reclining seats. They're fancy. And you've got the bowling alley right next to it. You can
And the
and the
arcade.
arcade. Yeah, dude. So the one in Coalinga was called Real Time Entertainment, huh?
Yes, real time.
Wow. Permanent close, 122 West Elm Avenue. There was a lot of drive-ins in and around Fresno. crazy. There's still one. If you look on 99 and you're headed from here to Fresno, you'll see the screen is still up. It's like a
Is that the
either
one up by the cherry auction?
junkyard or something. There's a bunch of trucks in it too.
Mm-hmm.
But you could it was a smaller one, but it was very South Fresno. May have been Fowler. I got to check the website because there is this website
I remember
of
the Moonglow in Fresno.
movie theaters past, and you can see the ones that are still standing, the ones that aren't. But if you like that stuff, you can check out. I think it's just called drive-in theaters or something.
So quick questions. Like, what was your guys' like best like? Do you guys have any like memorable movie theater moments? I could think of a few.
I remember we went when I was a kid in Modesto. They had Prescott drive-ins, and it was a 3-screener. And then the movie theater was in front, and then you drove down the side. There was like 4 lanes, and there was either 3 or 4 screens. And I saw Pinocchio there. I saw, I think, Cinderella, a bunch of Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of Disney movies. That's what we did because it was only like $2 a carload.
Wow.
I know. This was a long time ago. I was a kid. But, man, we saw all kinds of stuff. And then we took our own popcorn and sodas and drinks and stuff. So
Yeah.
it literally cost $2 to get in.
That's the nice part about drive-ins is that you can literally just go get like a Little Caesars pizza. I think that was the last time I went to a drive-in. Was I was on a date. We ended up going to we went to Little Caesars and then we went to Dollar Tree and we loaded up on snacks and candy and soda. And then we just went to the drive-in and we did watch 2 movies that night. Because they were also doing like a double feature. I think they were doing like a scary movie, and then they did one movie I went to go see.
Drive-intheater.com. You can check those out. List of theaters.
I'm trying to remember the movie we went to go see.
What did you see? This was way before Little Caesars Pizza, or we would have done that too, Ray. But way before.
Back when it was still $5 hot and readies.
Well, some of the drive-ins had pizza there themselves.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
but
they did.
But we didn't want to spend no $5 on a slice.
So a friend invites me on a double date.
Uh-huh.
He's like, dude, my girl who I'm talking to has a sister, and I want to go to the drive-in.
Uh-huh.
We'd be a pal. So I'll pay for everything. And I was like, oh, man, this is already...
Yeah.
Bad news already.
He's all, bro, she's cute.
I've been there.
Just... Will you help a boy out? And
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
all right, because he was a nice guy, and he's done a lot of stuff for me. So I was like, sure. I go, you're paying for my popcorn. I'm going.
Right.
So she turned out to be a nice girl. We had nothing in common, but she was a nice girl. Let me get to what really goes down at this time. So the whole time, the car next to me, right? He didn't roll down his window.
Okay.
He was sitting there like this the whole time, just blank look on his face, just looking at the movie, right? And like me, I even got out because I'm on the rear passenger side.
Uh-huh.
So I got out of the car, stretched my legs, go to the restroom, and I come back and he's just
Still,
right? And I go, man, this dude is, it's a little weird to me, but maybe he's enjoying the
Yeah.
He paid for it, so he can do whatever he wants, right? So she tells me, she's like, he looks dead. And I go, he kind of does.
Okay.
Right. So, you know how theaters out in front of the concession stands will have security.
Yeah.
With the flashlight. So I go up to one and I go, bro, I know this is weird, but he's not moving. And he's like, no shit. He's like, it's kind of creepy. So he walks over. My buddy's like, dude, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You know, don't bother him. I go, I think we need to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he hits him with the flashlight. He's like, oh, he's not moving. He's not moving. And he's tapping the window. And I'm in front on the windshield. Hey, trying to get his attention. He died there.
Whoa.
Wow.
He was dead. I mean, and he wasn't that old of a guy. So he came and police came, actually sheriffs, because we're in a rural area. Sheriffs came and they were like, did you see him smoking or
Doing anything? Yeah.
And we're like, I wasn't paying attention, right?
Yeah.
Until it was brought to
Officer,
my,
I didn't see nothing.
right. He's like, Yeah, he looks like he's been dead for a while.
That's too much, man.
I'm thinking that he took something before he got there.
Yeah, and then he took too much of it.
Yeah, and he died. He had a cardiac arrest, right? So it's kind of eerie. I would go,
Scary.
yeah.
Were you watching a scary movie too that night? Oh my God! So I went with my.
Okay.
Sorry. I went with my sister. She just got her driver's license. She just got her driver's license, right? She just turned 16. She had my dad bought her a Ford Capri. Anyway, so I talked her into, she was going to go to the drive-in, and all of her friends dunked out on her. So she had to take her little brother.
Uh-huh.
And my friend Glenn. And we went to the drive-in. We watched the Amityville Horror.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So we
original.
were the original Amityville Horror. Yeah. And it was to this one poignant part. My sister got up and went to get popcorn, went to the bathroom, right? She comes up, it's right at some poignant part, and she grabs the door and she opens it up, and I scream like a little girl. And it was just so and all we could do is laugh. Me and my buddy Glenn just laughed our asses off. So there was a drive-in in Coalinga, Ray.
Yeah, I do know about that. Yeah.
Tell us about the Coalinga drive-in. Do you know anything about it?
I just know where it used to be.
Ask your mom.
I'm pretty sure my parents have probably went. There used to be a bowling alley there too.
They tore it down? Not the bowling alley, the drive-in theater.
Yeah, so there's the only remnants of it is just the cement blocks where the speakers used to be.
Oh, and then the other drive-in over here on 198, since we're talking about drive-ins, the Mooney, what was it called? Mooney, the signs left.
It's right there, yeah.
Yeah, the Mooney drive-in. No, it wasn't Mooney drive-in because that was over here on Mooney. Well, Sequoia Theater. Sequoia Drive-In Theater.
It's
over on 198. Or between here and
Farmersville. Yeah, it's the one like right before you get into Farmersville.
My buddy his backyard was a drive-in.
Oof, really?
Yeah, his backyard was a drive-in.
Man.
So like people would drive, park the cars and stuff. And it was a drive-in with remember the old metal speakers?
Uh-huh.
That you'd hang on the window.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the stalls, everything was up on a little incline, the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a cement pole, and then there's a speaker on both sides. So he himself, genius, goes out there, and he cuts one of the speakers off. And he opens up the wire, and he runs speaker wire over the fence.
Spliced it into the nice.
And his family, he would jump before the movie's over, take the speaker wire off, and he would use it again whenever somebody wanted to watch a movie. And so we're at his house, Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah, wow.
And from his backyard, he probably had maybe about a 5-foot fence, right? So, but when you're back here, you can see the screen clear as day.
You gotta be careful while you're doing that hand signal there for a second.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see the screen though. It's up there. Yeah, I get it.
Clear as day.
Wow.
And he had some rigged up speaker that he was hanging on the tree.
That's funny.
Turned it, and it sounded great, right?
Yeah.
Those little speakers didn't sound.
Those speakers are crap.
But I'm sure it sounded good when you hear dun 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 dun. Dun. My sister,
free.
Yeah.
My wife Dana, she lived across Highway 99, from in a trailer park from the Series Drive-In Theater, and this is up near Modesto, and she said every night, because all the speakers were out there and they were all they kept them all cranked up. And then when you got there, you turned them down to wherever it was for some reason. Yeah. And she said every night you could hear it. You couldn't see it, but right in front of where they were at, there was a billboard. And there was a ladder up to the billboard, so you could go up to the top of the billboard, hear the movie, and be over the cars that are going by, because the cars are zoom, 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 zoom. You could be over the cars, and you could actually see the movie. There was 2 screens. You could see screen number 1 and hear it. And it was just like you were there.
That's the best.
Crazy. Did we just blow like a half hour talking?
Yeah,
about
we
movie
did.
theaters?
We did. We're 34 minutes in.
Man, I love theaters though.
It's
So do I.
yeah. I'm just happy that people are just going back to the movies now and thinking about it. I do hope that the Armona drive-in does get fixed up. I hope someone, whatever happens. We didn't even talk about Spirit Airlines shutting down. That was on my agenda today, but we could. You want to quickly talk about that real quick?
Yeah, sure. So it's already started, right? What were they saying about? It wasn't a money thing. It was just about they just didn't have their equipment wasn't as good or something. There's all kinds of complaints already. It's already starting.
So from the report, it happened mid-transit for many people. So like literally they stopped operations right in the middle. They grounded all the flights. This was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. They grounded all the flights and they refunded and gave people's money back on whoever flights got canceled or whatever.
Yep.
And then now, 24 hours after the Spirit Airlines shut down, there's already a coalition of people, again, just like what's going on at the Armona movie
there's
theater,
a group
trying to buy Spirit Airlines for $22 million. Which they think it's possible, and they want to buy it like how the Green Bay Packers are owned by the city, so they want to do it something like that.
Well, I saw a story on Virgin Airlines and how what's his name got the owner of Virgin Airlines got an airline, and he did it all without any money, and he just talked his way into it. He went to Boeing because no one would sell him an airplane. He went to Boeing and asked Boeing. Hey, do you have any surplus, airplanes that aren't, just sitting around?
Just some jumbo jets that I can buy.
We do, and it's $15 million or whatever. He's like, okay, will you sell it to me? Well, no, it's just sitting around. It's just bare bones. He's like, that's okay. And then he ended up like leasing it for a year or something like that, and he tricked it out on the inside because it's Virgin, and they put fancy lights in it and Wi-Fi and all that stuff, and that's how he started. That's how he started the airlines. Crazy.
So I just hope that also happens because that just means people will have cheap flights. That's
possible.
Spirit is already a cheap.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and it has that reputation for being cheap, but it's for economical purposes. But if they would to do it the way that they wanted to do it now, then it'd be even more cheap. And that's what the other airlines are afraid of.
Oh.
Because then they also have to compete with those prices.
Yeah. Until they don't fix one of them, one of them goes down, and then there's a big problem.
So yeah, I've only been on Spirit once, and it was from here back to Vegas.
Was it a bumpy ride?
No, it was fine.
Okay.
Was there any snakes on the plane?
No snakes?
I wish there
Snoop
were
Dogg?
snakes on the plane.
Anybody?
I wanted Samuel L. Jackson to be screaming at me. Please. All right, y'all.
All right.
So I think that's it for today. Happy Cinco de Mayo if you guys celebrate it tomorrow.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
And yeah,
The message today: go to the theater.
go to the movies.
Go to the theater.